Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. Today's breaking news show sponsored by Kinzuri. If you're a short king trying to boost your height and your confidence as well, use Kinzuri. 15% off on top of up to 30% off at kinzuri.com/chat. More on them in today's show, but the breaking news, the Cowboys have made their first outside free agency signing. I'm still going to count the trades of Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks as good moves by the Cowboys, but a new addition in Dallas, Chuma Edoga, the former Jet and Falcon offensive lineman who stopped by for a visit on Monday, has now signed. This deal, by the way, being officially announced as we sit here filming mere seconds ago by the organization. We do not have the actual contract details. All we know, it's a one-year deal. I would bet a pretty good amount of money as a gambling man. It is very limited salary. You're talking close to the vet minimum, maybe a little bit more, and probably not fully guaranteed. A player who would be in line to be a backup offensive lineman for you, but if he's not good in camp or the preseason, the Cowboys could certainly move on. It's a player they've had interest in the past. When Tyron Smith first went down with that injury last year, there was some interest from the Cowboys organization in acquiring Chuma Edoga. Now via free agency, they do that as a depth offensive line signing there. He's played all over the offensive line. Majority of his reps have come at tackle, both on the left side and the right side. But he did play more guard briefly last year with the Atlanta Falcons. He got a start there, then unfortunately got hurt. The career stats you see on screen, all from Pro Football Focus. It's about a season's worth of snaps, and he was pretty rough in year one. He has gotten a little bit better since then. The former USC product is at his best as a depth offensive lineman. This will be someone I think the Cowboys view as, if we absolutely need to, we could put him in at pretty much every spot except center. Matt Farniok can handle that role for you. So the offensive line depth chart is beginning to come a bit more into picture here. And we'll go more in depth on the Edoga signing, what it might mean for your draft plans too. But we want to hear from you guys. Grade the signing of Chuma Edoga. A, B, C, D, or F. It's going to be the pinned comments on today's video. So if an ad break happens to come here on YouTube, cool. Take advantage of it. Head down there, grade the signing of Chuma Edoga, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give the signing a B. That assumes it is a very cheap contract. There's never been in the history of the sports world, a bad one-year deal with little to no guaranteed money. So assuming that's the case, that sounds like a B grade. Is Edoga a instant starter for you? No. You probably don't want him playing major snaps, although that's true for pretty much every 7th, 8th, etc. offensive lineman in the NFL. This is a depth signing. I called it when we broke down the visits, including Edoga on yesterday's show. I called this it's a Trojan interest. It's your protection, if you know what I mean. It also works great for USC. Yeah, thank you. I meant the more dirty version, but that works as well. This covers you in the event you have offensive line injuries. It doesn't mean you're now out on taking a guard or a tackle in round one. You can still do that if the right guy's there for you, but now you're not pigeonhole yourself into we have to leave with a top 100 pick on the offensive line. You very well still might, but you don't have to take one in the same way you did before you signed Edoga, although you still need some better insurance there for Tyron Smith in light of his injuries. More on the offensive line, where Edoga fits in, etc. But today's show is presented by Kinzuri. If you're tired of feeling insecure about your height, well, Kinzuri makes shoes that can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, push-up bras, so why can't men get a confidence boost too? We're all the same height lying down, if you know what I mean. Kinzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's ugly Velcro shoes, but fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time, Kinzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive 15% off on top of their up to 30% site-wide discount. So use code CHAT at kinzuri.com/chat to get your 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game and your confidence at CONZURI. zuri.com/chat. You want to get high, put on a pair of Kinzuris. Links in the comment section and the description of today's show. It's kinzuri.com/chat. I would say Edoga, in an ideal world, is one of your back-of-the-roster offensive linemen. The buzzword for Dallas, positional flex, is absolutely there. He can play left tackle, can play right tackle. Having played left guard, not really right guard, but having played right tackle and left guard, that's a clear sign to me he can plug in pretty much wherever you want. So your starting 5 offensive line right now, Tyron Smith, Terrence Steele, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin. Terrence Steele, still technically an RFA. He signed the tender, so he is an RFA. That kind of counts on that front. Matt Waletzko will fight for a roster spot. Chuma Edoga will fight for one. I bet Matt Farniok makes your roster. You'll have guys like, maybe you bring back Avion Collins now. Josh Ball, who, thank you, Jeremy, you're right. F him. But he's going to fight for a roster spot. If Edoga can be like your 9th offensive lineman, your 8th offensive lineman, the flexible back end of the roster sub, you have an interior guy now in Matt Farniok. You have a flexible piece in Chuma Edoga. You have maybe a tackle option in Matt Waletzko, and still might want to draft somebody else. That puts you in much better shape in terms of the depth of the offensive line, even if the Tyron's going to get hurt at some point factor is still out there. So when Cowboys news goes down, we break it down for you guys. Don't miss out on anything here at the Cowboys Report. Free videos. You're going to get a second one today, I promise you, by the way, so don't miss out on that. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Let's look back now at the numbers for Chuma Edoga, and you go, well, that's not very good. This is basically a season's worth of snaps, and it's 9 sacks, it's 8 hits, it's 26 hurries, and you're thinking, that's not very good. Maybe you feel a little bit better if about the first half of those snaps came in year 1 with the Jets, when he allowed 6 sacks, 4 hits, 12 hurries. So a significant portion had by far his worst run blocking performances there. Then kind of became a backup for the Jets, played a little bit. Only 55 snaps last year for the Falcons, predominantly a guard. Actually kind of played okay for them before he unfortunately got hurt. And thinking those numbers are bad? Well, that's why he was available to be signed on March 21st. In most cases, there are always exceptions, normally injury or age. The good offensive linemen don't last very long. I mean, look at how much Connor McGovern got in the open market. He ended up getting $7 million per year, which, I wasn't going to pay that, but the Bills needed a guard. They paid him in the end. Getting a depth back into the roster player in Edoga. Again, no contract details, known. I'm betting cheap 1-year deal, limited to no guaranteed money. I'm fine with that. So what is your one-word reaction to signing Chuma Edoga? Sound off for me in the comment section. My word is depth. Pretty obvious, right? That's what he is. He is a depth offensive lineman option. Frankly, in an ideal world, outside of special teams, if he even makes the roster, no guarantee I think he does, by the way. We'll see what the numbers say. Chuma Edoga plays 0 snaps for you. He's just there as a flex piece at the back end of the roster. You know, if Tyron Smith goes down, you move Tyler Smith out there to left tackle. Maybe you could play Edoga at left guard, but you're probably going to play Farniok or a draft pick there. And if things get really bad injury-wise, knock on wood, then Edoga could step up, and you probably feel better about playing Chuma Edoga than you do playing Josh Ball. Is it a low bar? Yes, but it is a bar that is still being cleared. Now, Edoga was one of 3 free agent visits for the Dallas Cowboys yesterday on Monday. Ronald Jones, Edoga, Travon Howard. The Cowboys, even factoring in this signing, are going to be around the $16 million salary cap space currently. Plus, they're going to get 10 in June once Zeke's numbers are officially off the book. Could even potentially get a little bit more if you restructure some players or extend a certain player there. So the Cowboys are not done in free agency. I would bet there's going to be 3 to 5 more moves still to come for this Cowboys organization. Keep you guys covered. It's been an actually fun offseason for the first time in a long time here for the Dallas Cowboys on the Cowboys Report.